You know that feeling when everything is going perfectly on a trip? You've got your bags packed, your itinerary planned out to the last detail, and you're ready to hit the road, or in my case, the skies. I had this dream vacation lined up, a week in the sun, exploring new places, tasting local food, and just forgetting about everything else. But life has a funny way of throwing curveballs when you least expect it. It all started the day before my flight home. I'd been on this little island, soaking in the sun and the sea breeze, thinking about how perfect everything had been. Then, just as I'm heading to the airport, I see a notification on my phone that a storm is rolling in. And not just any storm, a massive one. I didn't think much of it at first, you know? I was in vacation mode. I figured, it's just a little rain. It'll pass, no big deal. But as I get to the airport, I start seeing it. The look on people's faces, the frantic announcements on the loudspeakers. Flights were being delayed, then canceled, and then delayed again. The storm was closing in fast. And then it hit me. I might be stuck here. For a while. No one seemed to know what was going on. I had no idea when my flight would get out. It could be hours. It could be days. I started to panic a little. I mean, how was I going to handle this? I didn't have a place to stay, I didn't know how I was going to get any updates, and I was completely unprepared. I felt that sinking feeling in my stomach, you know? Like you're about to be hit with a huge mess, and there's not much you can do about it. But then I remembered something. Something I'd set up before the trip. Travel insurance. I had gotten it, not really thinking too much about it. It was one of those better safe than sorry decisions. I'd heard stories about how it could come in handy, but honestly, I thought I'd be fine without needing it. Now, I was thankful. I pulled out my phone and called the insurance company, half expecting a long wait and a bunch of red tape. But instead, the process was surprisingly smooth. I talked to someone who was calm and understanding. They immediately confirmed that my flight had been canceled, and they started working with me to sort things out. They arranged for me to get a hotel room for the night, which was crucial because everything was booked solid due to the storm. I didn't have to spend hours trying to find a place or worry about the cost. I was covered. The best part? They kept me updated. It wasn't just about the flight. They were checking in with me, making sure I had everything I needed while I was stranded. It felt like someone actually cared about me, instead of just a faceless company. Fast forward to a day later, and I'm on my way home, with no stress about extra costs or complications. I even got reimbursed for a few meals I had to buy during the delay. In the end, the trip didn't go exactly as planned, but I had peace of mind knowing I wasn't completely alone in the chaos. And that's when it hit me. Travel insurance isn't just a nice to have. It's a must-have. If I hadn't set it up, I would have been left scrambling, dealing with flight cancellations, hotel problems, and hidden costs all on my own. So, if you're planning a trip soon, I've got a little life hack for you. I've been using Auras.insure for my travel insurance lately, and honestly, it's been a game changer. I know it sounds like a pitch, but seriously, it's not like that. I'm just sharing what worked for me. Auras is super easy to use, and more importantly, they actually help when things go wrong. Like I said, I never thought I'd need it, but the storm proved me wrong. I'm glad I was prepared. And you can be too. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check them out. Trust me, it's one of those things you don't realize you need until you really, really need it.